force, no cases in. I got the rolling flooded. Soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now. Ain't I? Work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player. Ain't been a player. Now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking? Talking that funky. About my face. Wearing that monkey. We didn't. Not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money. 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 Get some money.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Play 1, and Prescott to the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Zeke going to get it on the option. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Again, it's Elliott. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On third down, it's Prescott. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Prescott. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence, quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. They go play action now. Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Prescott trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Zeke with a shake and bake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Got it. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Hey, stop.
Here's Lawrence. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Lawrence slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Here we go.
Lawrence will try again after the pick six. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, exit. Hey, jump. Hey, box up.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey, hold it.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Straight ahead, Gibson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Uses the stiff arm. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. A give running right, Gibson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Gibson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, Dak's throw caught by Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. On the move to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Alpha! Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
1st down, Prescott. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Once more, Gibson powering forward. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Gets this to Gibson. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now Washington down by 1. 53 ticks to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That goes for a gain of 31. Back to throw. Lawrence. Middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Lawrence. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Now Prescott.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football.